I got real quick, bro. I did not know this dude was such a G. I've been investing in Palantir since 2021. Very small amount. Like 20% of what I invest is in M1 Finance. And in that pie in M1 Finance, Palantir was like 7%. So like 1% of my portfolio is Palantir. Nonetheless, I've been dollar cost averaging for 4 or 5 years or whatever, however long it's been. But I didn't know the CEO was this much of a G. So much so, I see it's dipped from 125 to 78 bucks. I want to buy more because I'm loving this guy so far. So I watched this video. I watched this video. I watched quite a few. This one as well. And I just bought his book. He's an interesting guy. So Alex Karp is an influential CEO. Apparently, he's created groundbreaking AI development and strategic partnership. There's a lot to unpack. So let's get started here. So in this video right here, Alex Karp he says something that really struck me. He says the technological revolution now is so great, you got to get on the train. He was talking about like a pendulum swing. He's saying that the train is leaving, and it's gonna leave, but he's saying that it's not a pendulum swing. It's not gonna swing back. Once it's gone, it's gone. And he's primarily speaking on the left, Democrats. Like he's going straight political. He's talking about Doge in this video. He's talking about how Elon Musk is the best person for the job. He's the best builder in the world. And this is another CEO who's building the future of this world, really. So Karp emphasizes the urgency of embracing technological advancements, particularly in artificial intelligence. Under his leadership, Palantir has positioned itself at the forefront of AI, AI innovation impacting both government and commercial sectors. So when I invested in AI, I really thought it was just like um, military, pretty much. It was protecting the U.S. from dangers and making our military more efficient utilizing AI. That's what I thought it was. But apparently, they're not just doing government; they're doing commercial sector as well. And so, one of those notable developments with Palantir is an expanded partnership with the U.S. Army. I mean, they've secured a contract valued at $618 million to enhance the Army Vantage program. So that's a testament to their pivotal role in defense analytics. So I knew about that. But in the videos that we were speaking on, Alex goes on to say that America is the greatest experience, the greatest country that has ever existed. And I heard that before. I've read that in a few investors' books. A lot of leaders in our country, they say this very similar line. It's the greatest experience in history. And we must support it. Alex Karp goes on to say we must support it. And we got to make sure the inside and outside, meaning the internal economy and the defense of it, are the world's best. So Karp's commitment to national security is evident. This guy is definitely a patriot. He's going hard for America and for the West. But he does go in on a lot of his critics. Palantir's collaboration with this other company, Anduril, is another interesting one, right? So the partnership with Anduril aims to accelerate AI capabilities for defense, ensuring U.S. maintains its strategic edge. But beyond defense, Palantir is making significant strides in the commercial sector. They partnered with industry giants like Heineken, Walgreens. They're leveraging AI to optimize operations and forecast demand. This is this is this is groundbreaking. I own a few businesses myself where we do have supply chain issues. We do have forecast issues. We recently launched a clipper and a trimmer product with one of the biggest clipper manufacturers in the world, and we exceeded our projections for sales. In the first 10 days, we exceeded our annual projections. I know how bad that sounds, but we didn't realize that the brand power between my brand and their brand would explode like this. We were going based off historicals. We did not expect this to completely be, their best launch in a very long time. So it's dope to see. And, I'm sure companies deal with the same thing, especially way bigger companies like Walgreens. Man, AI is crazy. And Alex is going hard for it. So Alex says in this article with Fox News, um not article, but in this video with Fox News, Alex Karp talks about how, we have to dominate in AI. It's not a question of whether it's going to be used. It's going to be used. The question is by whom, for what purpose. And so Karp acknowledges the dual use nature of AIs, stressing the importance of ethical considerations. Palantir's technology has been instrumental in various sectors, from healthcare to logistics, showcasing its versatility. So, you think about, if it's this powerful and other countries are taking advantage of it, who's leading in this march here, and what kind of an advantage are other countries going to have, and are they going to use it morally? I watched a video where Alex Karp was speaking on how powerful the U.S. is as a country, and he doesn't know that given another country, if they were given this amount of power, especially with defense, would the U.S. has its questionable things it's done in the past, right? It's used technology, it's used as a defense for things that are questionable, and it's gotten heavily criticized for it, right? The U.S., to a lot of people, even people that live in the West that have benefited from what America has grown into, they criticize it heavily, and they demonize it, right? But I don't know that. I don't know what you guys think, but do you think if Russia, the Soviet Union, right, China, the Middle East, if they had the military power and the economic power that the U.S. has, do you think they would be more moral than the U.S.? I don't know, man. I've never heard that question before, but Alex Karp, he brought that up in an interview, and I thought that was very it was thought provoking. So I hate to bring up Wikipedia, but in the UK, it states, that Palantir has been pivotal in managing NHS data during the pandemic, aiding in efficient vaccine distribution and resource allocation. It's just long language models that are taking data and making our decisions as efficient as possible. And then this is a great interview. It's a little bit longer of an interview, and Alex Karp, he brings up this question in other videos, like with Fox News or CSNBC, where he asks, because I told you guys in the beginning of this video, bro, this dude is for Doge, and he's proud of it. He said, yeah, he's going to yell it out the mountaintops. Doge is where it's at. Like, he loves Doge. And so he puts out this question. Why is it that we do not know where every penny of our money goes? Like, how do you explain that to people? And he's talking about our tax dollars. We should know where 99%, he asked a question in the interview. He said, how many people can say they believe that 99% of our tax dollars are being spent, where they believe they know where 99% of our tax dollars are being spent? We don't know, but we're rushing to raise everybody's tax dollars. Everybody wants to increase the taxes on this guy, but we don't even know if we're pouring money into a bottomless pit. Like, why would anybody be against that? And then this idea that, and I don't know, I could be wrong here, but this idea that Elon Musk is calling all the shots, from my understanding, he's just creating the team and the technology, the long language models, to identify things that are weird. And ultimately, Trump is the one calling the shots, making the decisions, pulling the levers based on the information he's learning from Doge. And if any of what they're saying is remotely true as far as our spending, why would anybody be against it? If anything, I would think everyone, this is a bipartisan thing, and everyone should be saying, okay, we want to know what you guys are doing. Let's sit down at the table. What are you guys doing? How can we support? But they're not. They're trying to block it. They're trying, like, it's just a little bit weird. And that's something that Alex Karp is asking. Why isn't everyone just trying to be transparent? Or are we running a whole bunch of illegitimate systems within our government? And so transparency is definitely a recurring theme in Karp's discourse, right? Palantir's platforms are designed to provide clarity and accountability, addressing inefficiencies in various systems. So I can totally see why he's offered Doge. That opens up a lot of opportunity for Palantir, to be honest with you, if this is successful. And so far it has been, right? At least with some of the findings that it's found. Whether or not they're going to really lower our tax dollars, that remains to be seen, right? And so as far as the stock, bro, financially, Palantir has seen substantial growth. The company stock has been a focal point for investors, reflecting its expanding influence in both public and private sectors. Where I always thought it was going to be in the private sector only, it's definitely looking to move wherever it sees it can improve our country and Western civilization. He's very, very strong about that. And he says, and I quote, "We have a responsibility. We have to be dedicated to our nation." I can see why a lot of people don't like him. You know what I mean? And sometimes CEOs like this that are so transparent, this is how they get the boot. This is how they get a lot of critics, and he's got a lot of critics, and I see why. But I also now I want to do more due diligence on Palantir as a company, because where there's personal vendettas and biased opinions and the media gets involved and people want to see somebody fail because of the person and not necessarily the business, that's a buying opportunity in my opinion. And so Karp's vision seems to be to extend beyond business. He advocates for a broader commitment to societal well-being, aligning technology's potential with ethical imperatives, and it's very similar to Elon. And those type of CEOs create very volatile stocks. But I think his heart's in the right place. I don't know. You guys tell me. Alex Karp's leadership at Palantir exemplifies the intersection of innovation, ethics, and strategic growth. No matter where you're at, what your opinion is, for him, that's his perspective. And as AI continues to evolve, their journey offers valuable insights into the future of technology and its role in shaping our world. So I think, man, if you believe that AI is the future, you definitely want to be paying attention to anything Alex Karp and Palantir.